Welcome back to Fire and Smoke, Blight and Bloom. We are Phillip,
Abby,
Blake,
Ethan,
Eric,
also known as Dungeon Master.
Odessa Vandiver,
Randolph Higdon,
Scratch,
Slays.
Last episode, while walking through a younger section of the woods on the way towards whatever was calling out to Randolph Higdon, aka Higgs, aka Gribbs, aka Grips, aka Grape. This section of the forest is younger, a long-heeled portion where somebody had done some slash and burn farming. Trees all substantially younger around here in uniform shape. Young saplings scattered across the ground, hoping to grow their way into the canopy and break out into the sunlight. While walking, Scratch noticed that somebody was following the group. The furries decided to distract and spread out while Scratch snuck around to pounce on the mysterious follower. When he did, the figure separated in two, and Scratch was face to face with the top half of the two, a large bobcat. And that's where we are now. You've just pounced on this bobcats. You're not quite sure what the bottom one is yet. He's scrambling to get out from under the cloak, but you're standing on top of the top half, Scratch, and this bobcat just looked up to you and said, "Hello." Scratch, first thing I need you to do is roll a history check now that you're face to face, because there's something familiar about this bobcat.
I'm getting a familiar, guys. Familiar time. It's a nat 20.
You're really good at getting story nat 20s.
I'm so good at this.
You're
one
using
thing.
different dice. That one wasn't this.
That's true. I forgot
Yeah.
to use my good dice.
This bobcat looks familiar, Scratch, even though she's evidently gone through some changes since you last saw her. A little over a year ago, an unintelligent bobcat was hunting you and Sleeves when you went toe-to-toe with it to defend yourself and Sleeves. In the process, you scared off the animal, but were on death's door and would surely die. It's when Sleeves discovered his healing powers, saving your life. It's not difficult to remember, but as you sniff the scent, see the eyes, snake's eyes, this specific bobcat was the bobcat that was hunting you, was the bobcat that attacked you. Now mutated and awakened, you have a ready to action to attack. The bottom half slips out the tail end of the cloak and stands tall. You see a large bobcat, larger than a normal animal. It's about the same size as the one you're standing on, but both are bigger than you in Sleeves, each being maybe 4 feet in length and standing 2.5 feet tall with slender builds. The one standing just behind you that's just slipped his way out of the cloak has an elongated snout, elongated nose, like a cat with a dog's face. The one you're standing over, since you last saw her, what's changed that you can see right now is that she has extra ears. She has an additional set of ears mirrored from the other ones under her chin, placing her face in the center of these 4 ears, 2 on top, 2 on bottom, upside down.
Did I make enough noise that everyone else can hear that something's going down and they're on their way?
Yes. Everybody can start running over, which is everybody doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is not necessarily combat right now unless you want to start attacking. It's your call. Right now, you're in a little bit of a standoff because you're ready to go for the throat of this one you're standing on. The other one looks like it's got death in his eyes, looking at you, but not making a move for fear of you doing something.
Then I guess I'm just gonna keep the pin and brandish my teeth. I was definitely thrown by this not being a person and this being 2 animals in a cloak that confused me. And then there was the whole, oh, I know this bobcat, that's weird. So Scratch is definitely not attacking now, but he's also definitely hair standing up on his shoulders, something is wrong. This is his fight or flight instinct.
Definitely a weird feeling. It's the first time in a while you felt truly vulnerable. Is that safe to say?
Probably. Well, so he makes a habit of trying to feel vulnerable. He tries not to feel safe. But this is imminent. It's very different than be careful around humans, they might shoot you. This is it's direct.
The rest of the furries close the distance. You're looking at the scene. One large bobcat, standing just behind Scratch. who is stood over and on top of another one, still mostly buried within the robes of the cloak. You see the bobcats are mostly brown, kind of like not quite spotted, but not quite full coat. It looks like a kind of mixed pattern. They have large, fluffy ears, and the way their hair frames their face, the way their fur frames their face, it almost looks like mutton chops. What's everybody going to do?
Who has the gun at this point? Does Odessa still have it?
I think I have the gun.
Can Sleeves roll for if he remembers these bobcats?
I think you can see maybe in your brother's body language, and it clicks in your brain. You also remember. You can see he's not quite like himself right now. He is uncomfortable, uneasy.
We love a contact nat 20.
It's a nat 20. I gotta give you guys.
Sleeves gonna run over to Scratch. Are you okay?
Sleeves, not back up, Sleeves.
Yes, everybody stay back. You see the one not being stood on is talking. Everybody just needs to calm down.
I'm going to hold the practice gun to my side, a little bit out of sight, but to the point where they might see that I have a gun.
Yes.
Not pointing it at them, but trying to give off the impression that I have a gun.
There's two impressions, both that you have and know how to use a gun, both of which are false.
There's layers to the deception.
Yeah.
Which is why you have to make a deception check.
No.
Oh no.
Or performance, if that's better.
Both plus 0.
No way, it's better.
Maybe you have proficiency in one.
That's a nat 1.
No.
You slip the practice gun out from underneath your blood-covered trench coat with 3 gunshot holes in it, with the bottom covered in mud and twigs. And as you slip it and hold it to your side, kind of behind you to insinuate that you have a gun, you grip a little bit too hard, and all the twigs of the handle snap,
Oh, practice gun.
and the rest of the gun falls to the ground. In your hand, you're holding a handful of twigs.
Oh my god.
What's with the sticks? You see the one you're standing on. She's looking up at you, maintaining eye contact, Scratch, but also seemingly hyper aware of her surroundings.
I'm probably not keeping eye contact with her. I'm definitely watching the other one, the one that's like standing up. And I think I'm just like if the one under me makes a move, I'm definitely going to use the ready to action and bite down. Because at this point, I'm more worried of the one that's standing up. It's a big bobcat on its hind legs.
Well, I'll be clear, it's on all fours. It's not on its
okay,
hind legs. I was just describing it standing at its full height. But you see, it does look like his hind legs are a little bit larger, even in proportion to the rest of his body being larger, because you can tell that they were standing on their hind legs, stacked on top of each other while they were wearing this cloak. But you see, he meets your gaze and he says, "Well, surely we can all come to some sort of agreement."
Well, first you can tell us why you were following us.
No, not supposed to.
Maybe they are related to the cloak people.
Probably.
But they were following us.
They were following us.
They
do
were
have a
told
cloak.
to follow us if they're not supposed to tell us why they were following us.
Who told you?
Oh, well, and you see the other one cuts in. Shut up! Nobody told us. We're not doing anything. We were taking a stroll in the woods, and we've been accosted. Can't a pair of bobcats take a stroll in the woods without people knocking them over out of their fun cloak?
No.
You must have been following us for at least a little while, because these two did the same thing just this morning, or just last night.
Yeah, no, hang on. You guys stole our thunder.
What? Stole what?
You guys are doing 2 foxes in a trench coat. We came up with that. We invented it.
You see the one standing up his muscles tighten and he takes a stance like he's holding back the attack, because even as he's trying to process this, he knows he shouldn't attack for fear of the other one getting hurt. But that's really pissed him off, and he goes, the cloak was my idea. We were told to follow. I thought it would be fun. Shut up, the other one says.
You've got an accent. Where are you from?
I think you have an accent. You sound weird. The cloak was my idea. Nobody says the cloak was anybody else's idea. It was my idea.
And why did you need to come up with that idea?
Oh, play to his ego.
I thought if we were wearing the cloak, we'd be able to talk to it. So shut up.
Well, where'd you get the cloak? It's pretty nice.
You see the one being stood over by Scratch rolls her eyes, and she says, "Fine. We took the cloak from somebody else because Chops came up with a really good idea where we would wear the cloak, and that way you would think we were a person."
So there was Chops.
Yes, my name is Chops, and this is my brother, Chops.
Oh, no, that makes sense. That's fair.
Right, because you both got the hair.
Yes, when we started talking, I decided to call her Chops because her hair looks like the mutton chops of a man we killed in the past. And I decided to call him Chops because his hair looks like mutton chops, like the man we killed in the past.
This is bad, right? This is a bad energy from this guy.
So they didn't take the cloak from the person we were following last night.
Yeah, what condition is the cloak in now that we're up close? Is this a fell off a cliff kind of cloak, or is this like was wrapped in a in a suitcase kind of cloak?
This cloak looks clean. It does not look like it was being worn when somebody fell off a cliff.
Mm.
Wait, but let's be clear. You were still told to follow us.
Chops, what do we do? See, the other one says, "You're not supposed to talk about why we're following them, Chops. Just, we do not have a plan. There's no plans. We are free floating spirits, drifting with the wind."
This sounds like it was a plan.
No, Chops is right. No plans.
I'm gonna turn to the rest of the group and say, "All right, guys, let's huddle up real quick." Except you're.
Yeah, I gotta stay here.
We'll huddle around Scratch.
And on top of the prisoner.
You see, Chops, the large male, doesn't like this, but he just will not move because Scratch is ever ready to sink his teeth
This is my one thing now.
into Chops' jugular. And so he begrudgingly, all his muscles tense, like he's fighting with every fiber of his being and every brain cell that he has to not attack.
In the huddle, I kind of go loudly enough so that the other Chops can hear. Let's deal with these guys quickly, either like let them go or whatever, so we can go kill those angels. And I try to watch and see if Chops reacts at all.
You can roll insight.
I got a 15.
You see that Chops, I'll just let you know, the brother of the two, he looks like he's trying to hide his reaction, but his eyes, like, it's not that they go wider because they're already open pretty wide. It's that they space out and start looking ahead like he's thinking about something else.
Do that again.
And then he focuses back up and tries to play it cool.
He has to visually picture it as he remembered seeing it, or it doesn't work.
What angles are you, do you use math? We've heard of math.
Sorry, we're trying to huddle over here. You're over there, right?
It's a private thing.
It seems like you said it really loud.
Oh, do you want me
Am
to
I
be,
not a part of the conversation?
do you want me to be quieter?
No.
Okay.
So I think they're 100% involved with the angels,
Yeah.
but we need them to give us something, like something concrete, because they've talked to the angels, I guess. Which means the angels also know about talking animals?
I imagine the angels also have connections with the red roots.
I mean, that makes sense.
It has to all be connected.
Well, I guess we could at least say we're pretty sure the angels are the cloaked people now. Like, it seems,
At least related.
yeah. We gotta figure out more about the angels, I think is the big thing. Why, how do they know about us?
Okay.
Why'd they try and shoot Higgs?
So we break out of the huddle.
Yeah. Good huddle, furries. Good work.
We didn't do our.
We talked about
do our hand
angels
thing.
Oh yeah, we could do the hand thing.
Okay, real fast.
See, Chops kind of reaches up.
No, I
One
meant the hand
paw.
away.
Please, I
Yeah.
want to.
Yes, please.
I mean, you're pretty furry.
Can I reach my hand up too?
Yes.
She does.
1,
2,
3.
Furries.
All right.
What do the angels know about us?
Who are you directing your question to?
Chops?
What? Angels?
So you do know what angels are.
No, I said angles. What? Angles?
Oh, you said angels.
No,
Yes.
you misheard.
What are these angels doing?
Well, angles are like the distance between two things, but not like it's not like distance. I
You said
don't know.
angels. You said angels again.
What?
You said angels again.
No, I said angles.
You keep betraying your deepest secrets by slipping up.
No secrets. We are open and honest bobcats.
You are.
You're working with the angels?
No.
I suspected it, but then he said it outright.
Yeah. Oh my god. We were just going to see them.
You see your gaslighting, and he's really struggling to keep straight what he just said and what he's not saying. And even Chops, the sister, is looking a little confused, and she goes, What is happening? He didn't say anything about the angels.
So you know the angels.
Oh, no.
I think we just keep laying this on. This is working. It's getting results.
Well, one of these angels killed me yesterday, so we're trying to get even. If you know anything, that'd be really helpful.
We don't know anything.
But you do know the angels.
You were just telling us
You
about
already
that,
told us about that.
that clever cloak idea you were telling. You're a smart guy.
Yeah, we know that angels gave you the cloak.
Remember when you called it the angel cloak?
I stole the cloak. Nobody gave it to us. They would not be happy with the cloak idea. They never like my ideas. Stop talking, Chops.
Oh, so you took the cloak so you could do your idea, but they wouldn't give you the cloak because they give those to the humans.
They don't understand my good ideas.
Can we hear some of those ideas?
Yeah, you seem like a pretty smart guy, Chops.
Maybe we could get you in a huddle.
I'm
Us and
not a
you.
guy.
Sorry, I was trying to talk to your brother. You have the same name, so it's a little confusing.
Yeah, why is that?
Why would we need two different names? It's never been a problem before.
So, when you're talking to the angels, who does all the talking?
Well, they talk to Chops. We respond. When I talk to Chops, I talk to her and I say Chops. And when I talk to him and I say Chops. It's not confusing. It's not like we're talking to each other in the third Bobcat a lot. We know when we're talking to each other who we mean when we say Chops.
So the angels do talk to you.
Shit. No. Nobody talks to us. We don't have any friends. We found this cloak under a rock.
Well, we were just thinking if we could get, all of us, maybe bobcat, foxes, and humans in a huddle, we could get, some ideas going about whether or not you've met the angels, maybe some of your other cool ideas.
Make a persuasion check. Somebody can give him the help action.
I pull out some shiny rocks from my pocket and I give it to.
Your what?
He has pocket.
Fuck.
We've been talking about pockets this whole time. Have you been missing this?
Okay.
I have little fox pockets.
Out of your fox pocket, you pull some nice rocks that you found on the hike.
Yep. Here's some cool rocks that I found, Chops. You can have them.
You see, you put a rather cool rock near Chops. You can have the help action as Chops is looking down at the rock longingly, I'd say.
Even wider-eyed.
It's a 1 and a 2.
Oh my
The
god.
coin. The
Luck
coin.
point?
You have
Or
one,
Point, not
yeah,
coin.
one.
One
Luck point.
remaining luck point.
one remaining luck point.
Persuasion?
Mhm.
It's a 14. I have a -1. Okay, but their insight has to be so low, right?
We get to be a part of the huddle.
Well, yeah, it's an ideas huddle. It's not just our guys.
Yeah, we're all furries.
You see Chops and Chops lock eyes, and some kind of understanding passes between them. And Chops says, "We will join the huddle if we get to stand and join the huddle."
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Well, get off of me so I can stand up and be a part of the huddle.
Okay. Yeah, I get up off her.
You stand up, and you see that Chops slowly gets out of the cloak. She weasels her way out, and they stand on two hind legs as they put their front paws up on the backs of Higgs and Odessa. And you see that now that Chops is out of the cloak, the additional thing that she has, the additional mutation, is that her tail is greatly elongated and greatly articulated. It looks like it's swinging around kind of like an omnidirectional grabber.
Well, go on with it. This is your huddle, isn't it?
I mean, Chops, we gotta hear some of your good ideas.
Our good ideas?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you about one of the good ideas if you want.
Oh, of course, that's what the huddle's for.
Well, it's a little bit hard to explain. I can show you real fast.
And she looks at Chops and says,
Okay.
they both break from the huddle and start sprinting full speed out into the forest.
Not again.
They're not gone, but we need to roll initiative.
Okay.
Well, that's bad.
Got a 20.
10.
16.
5.
Going first, acting on nearly the same initiative, is Chops. They rolled a 17 and a 19 on the dice, which becomes a 23 and a 25.
They're so fast.
They take their, they didn't get a surprise round because everybody was on edge. I'm not stealing that from you guys. You guys were ready to act. They just happened to go first in initiative and take their first movement. They run 90 feet away, moving incredibly elegantly. Now that they're not standing on their hind legs and walking under a cloak, now that they're like moving like bobcats, they're pouncing like on tree trunks, up over branches, over bushes, just snaking their way through the trees, using them as cover, trying to obfuscate and get away.
Do we want to try to catch them?
I just bound off. Yeah.
I think I won't. I would really be overexerting myself. I'm not fully...
Do you want to slide your initiative down? So at least you could try to act after us or do something?
You could hold your initiative for now, at the very
Yeah,
least.
sure.
You're not doing nothing. You're just holding here. Odessa?
I think it'd be worth it if I followed. I probably won't be caught up, but
You can use your action to dash, so you'd be moving 60 feet per round.
yes.
So you run, action dash, you're 30 feet away from Sleeves.
Sleeves is going to make an attack with his regular action and then uses a key point to take a dash as well.
You and your monks, man.
Me and my monks.
You love your monks.
And he's going to try to go for a bite and go for a grapple.
You use all 50 feet of movement, bonus action, dash to close the ground. You're on top of Chops. Are you going for the brother or the sister?
The sister.
You're going for a bite attack, and with your bite attack, you can grapple if you hit, in addition to damage.
That is a nat 20.
That hits.
Yes. 18 damage.
They have 200 health, so it's going to take a while.
Oh.
I will say they are for sure idiots. Idiots can still be dangerous. I don't want you to all think they might be incapable.
We'll challenge them
They
to a battle
are-
of the wits.
Physically,
And then we'll defeat them.
they're physically scary because they're much larger than you and your brother Sleeves.
I tackle her to the ground and say, solve this puzzle. Solve this puzzle.
Psychic damage.
Do math! Do math!
You know angles, right?
So it's 18 damage.
Yes.
You get up right behind her, or I'll let you. Where are you trying to grapple? Where are you trying to bite down to grapple her?
The neck? That sounds lethal though. But sure, the neck.
You dash the woods. Incredible speed. Your brother is faster than you, but you are not slow by any means. You move with a agility and an understanding of the forest that puts others to shame. You get up right next to her, dodging between trees, and take a bite, clamping down on the side of her neck, trying to grab her and throw her around to stop her from moving. You do the damage for sure, but do an opposed grapple check to see if you can keep clamped down or if she'll rip her head away from you. What'd you get?
Wonder if I can stop this. I got a nat 1.
It's only fair after that nat 20.
Is it though? Is it though after you're like 5 nat 20s in a row?
Well, I'm different because I've been training my dice. It works.
He's not talking about for him, Eric. He's talking about for you. It's okay for you.
All right.
She yanks her head away. You don't grapple her. Anything else on your turn, or is that all?
That'll be it.
Scratch, that's you.
I think I just have to use my action to get over there. You said they're 90 feet away?
They're 90 feet away now.
Yeah, I'll use my action to get up. No! I am gonna bonus action go into a rage and then action dash over to them. I think it's worth. I trust I'll get either an opportunity attack on them or one of them will hit me or something.
Action to dash, bonus action to go into a rage.
Yeah.
You
'cause
have
I'll-
45 feet of movement.
It is a
so
gamble because I'll lose if they don't hit me.
You get 90 feet. You get up right up next to them. You and Sleeves, keeping pace.
How close is, because they pulled away from the bite, can I get in between Sleeves and them?
Sleeves is running right next to the sister, in between the sister and the brother to get at this neck. They're not running real tight side by side. They're a little bit spread out, but they're basically on the same footing.
Then I'm gonna run up and be beside the brother. So he
Okay.
has to kind of get past me to get to the sister.
Okay.
Now, since I delayed my initiative, I'm just gonna run up and match Odessa. So I'm not all the way up with them, but
30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Action dash.
Yeah.
You match Odessa. That is the top of the order. Chops is gonna go.
You just gotta be more specific than that. It's not helpful.
he actually doesn't have to. They both go one after another.
Sleeves, you're next to the sister. She's going to make a claw attack with her front paw on a downstride, trying to slash back at you, and 2 tail attacks.
That's new.
With
Don't
the
die.
trash picker upper.
The claw attack is a 20 to hit.
Yes.
The first tail attack is a 23 to hit, and the second tail attack is an 11 to hit.
No.
So 1 claw and 1 tail hit you. As she lashes out her claws on a downstride, slashing across your front torso, you take 12 damage, 12 slashing damage. As the tail whips around and attempts to push you, you take 13 damage. And you also have to make a dexterity saving throw to not fall prone, get knocked down.
Very well. 14.
Sleeves, you run up next to her, bite down on her jugular. She whips her head away, slashes across your chest, and her weird, strong, long tail punches into your side, and you fall skidding across the ground. You are prone. You
No.
took that damage. Chops is going to go for you, Scratch.
Good.
In a rage.
Good. I need him to do that to keep my rage.
I think if you can get on top of Chops and then I threaten Chops from a distance with a gun and
You
Odessa's
don't
up-
have
You
a
don't
gun.
have a gun.
I need the. I don't have a
You have
weapon.
a camera. That's your weapon
I
right
don't
now.
have a weapon.
Go
I'm
take
gonna-
a picture.
I'm gonna ask for the gun. I'm gonna ask for the gun.
2 slashing attacks are coming at you. They are more powerful than Chops's. Chops's is a little
Got
bit
it.
stronger.
Okay.
2 19s on the dice.
They hit.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes. I have 16 AC.
Oh, don't forget, everyone. You have 3 temp HP.
Thank you, chef.
Scratch. You first take 23 slashing damage,
I've drawn it down.
have to 11.
Got it.
You then take 26 slashing damage, have to 13.
All right, I'm at 37.
Next in combat. All right, I guess in addition to that, they're going to take movements and take opportunity attacks from, well, just you, because Sleeves was pushed onto the ground. The sister runs ahead, her full 45 feet of movement. The brother is also going to do that, but you get an opportunity attack.
I'm gonna take a claws attack on him.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
30-20 hits.
13 damage.
Scratch, you just ran up and got right next to these bobcats. You weren't able to attack. The brother, with his powerful claws, slashes back on 2 different strides across your chest, maybe in a little bit of a way that brings up some bad memories of slashing across your chest. He tries to run, and you're able to clip him with your claws as he gets away. He and his sister are now 45 feet away from you and your brother, but Sleeves has just, he's not gone down, he's not unconscious, but he's just been pushed to the ground, and he skids across the forest floor for a second. After Chops' turn, Odessa, you're next now, because Higgs moved his initiative down.
What is the plan
What is the plan?
with these bobcats?
Well, I really want to kill the bobcats.
Okay.
I feel like they're more useful than that, but I
They are
guess
so
it's
strong.
too late.
They are so
The
strong.
only way we could maybe talk to them is if we threaten Chops again.
Yeah.
And
I
we
don't
can't
think it'll
really
work
do that
again.
if they're both already 45 feet away from us and
Yeah.
knocked Sleeves down. And
I feel like for Scratch, at this point, he's seeing red. He is a raging barbarian. At
And
this
you-
point, he's like full instinct, does not like this bobcat, bad history. He's not feeling good
Okay.
about them. Scratch is probably not necessarily making the right call. It's just his thing is, he needs to do something now with these bobcats.
I don't think it's worth it to keep attacking them. So I think I'll stay where I am.
You hold, as if you want, at least you can hold your turn like he did in case something happens and you want to react.
Okay.
Sleeves, that's you. You've just gone prone. You're skidding across the forest floor. You can, without making a check, you can just get off from the skid back up to your feet, but it will cost half of your movement standing up from prone.
How far are they away now?
So at this moment now, they are 55 feet away from you. So if you use the rest of your movement, you wouldn't be quite there. So you'd have to use another bonus action dash with a key point if you wanted to close the ground.
We'll do that.
Okay. You bound to your feet. You have twigs and pebbles in your fur where you've gotten scratches on the ground from being pushed down, but you keep running, dodge between trees, and you close the ground, exerting yourself, using your energy. Are you making a bite or a claw attack to attack?
Bite.
Another bite, another grapple attempt? Are you going for the jugular or are you going for some other feature?
Just probably the tail at this point.
Okay. Free insight check on that course of action.
this is not a good idea, and I want you to know that. That's what he's trying to say.
I want to be fair.
Yeah.
My gut is that this is trying to like bite someone's fist. Like if you can get it, sure, that's cool.
Go for the
but
neck, get her down, and then Scratch goes
You
up.
are
makes
putting your
some
teeth right
attacks.
by the fist.
It's a 10.
On a 10, I will tell you, it will be hard to grab. That's the information you glean. You see this articulated tail whipping around really fast. It'll be hard to chomp down on.
Don't know why I went for the tail.
You haven't made that course of action yet. I was giving you the insight before, so you
I
see
see.
you see what I'm seeing, what I'm setting up as the DM, and not there's no confusion. There's nothing lost between us.
You could also peel off and just be safe.
That's true.
How much health are you at?
26.
I think you're fine if the other one doesn't join it.
Yeah. Sleeves thinks that's a bad idea because he's been punched by that tail before, and he will go for the neck again.
Okay, roll to attack.
How does it work? You have to roll to hit, and then you do the grapple check. Can key
Does
points?
a 10 hit?
Can key points help?
Sleeves, you weave your way between the trees and make it back up to the bobcats, putting yourself again next to the sister and going for the throat. You lunge to bite with your razor sharp teeth, your 2 rows of teeth. They do a lot of damage, and there's a good chance you could hold somebody still if you sink your teeth into them. You go for the bite, and just as you do, she bounds a long stride and moves her neck just out of the way, and you clamp hard on your teeth.
I'm going to take a reaction to attack another time.
Wait, you don't get 2 attacks.
I get 2 attacks if I use a key point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we decided that having both the foxes just make 1 bite and 1 claw every single turn would make combat feel like
Like an NPC wolf.
like an NPC, just like one direction, nothing is happening. They can choose to use claw, which is more damage, or they can choose his bite is more damage, but you might not always want to put your face right into the danger.
Okay.
Here we go.
Another bite attack.
If you do grapple, it's really good.
Another bite attack. It is a 17.
17 just hits.
Woo!
Yes.
The crowd
Yes.
goes wild.
Roll your damage.
Me when I go wild.
Wait, hitting or wait? Are we doing damage?
I'm going wild.
Are we doing damage or are you grappling?
You get both.
Oh, what?
If
I don't
you
know.
get bit by something, the damage is happening,
what?
and you
Okay.
also have a chance to hold on, like a dog holding on to a toy in a tug of war with somebody.
13 damage.
Now you roll an athletics check for an opposed grapple.
Oh, I believe in you.
Let's see it purple. That is a 19.
At some point in last season, you also said, "Let's see it purple" while making an attack or something. I specifically remember it. That reference to Eric Andre. I'm so sorry. It was going to be a failure, and then one of the dice rolled over to a 19 on his face. That makes it a 24.
All right.
You tear at her flesh again with your razor-sharp teeth, and you pull chunks of fur and bits of meat off of her neck. But she again rears her head away and says,
You imbecile! Stop chasing us! Go away! We don't want to kill you! You don't have to die! Maybe this will show you.
and she's getting ready to attack. But before she does, it is Scratch's turn.
You said 55 feet ahead?
Mhm.
Then that's my movement. I'll run up to the other side of the sister. I'll reckless attack. After what she did to Sleeves. I'll start with a claws. It's a nat 20.
Okay. Do you get 2 attacks?
Yeah, I have extra attack. I think barbarians get it at 5.
I thought we had talked about on that vein not just having 2 attacks.
I remember you guys talked about this, and I remember Ethan was trying to ask, I have claw and bite, so do I get a third? And I remember him asking that. I don't remember what the conclusion to that conversation was, but I remember this happening.
I think let's make a call right now just to keep on the same vein of there's choices for what you can do, so it's a little more interesting.
Okay.
If you make 2 attacks, you can only make 2 claw attacks. You can't make a bite and a claw attack.
Okay.
It's a little bit of weird positioning, let's say, for some reason, but it's just, do you want to do the lower damage grapple attack, or do you want to do a lot of damage without grappling?
I think I just want to lay in damage now, because then I'll also get an opportunity attack, and I can do a bite opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
if you're making 2 attacks, go ahead and make your 2 claw attacks.
the nat 20.
Nat 20 on the first one.
Well, it's a 17.
A 17 just hits.
Okay. It's 33 damage.
That's pretty
I think
good.
this guy's dead.
I don't think that's it.
Can you do anything with the bonus action or no?
Can I hold a bonus action?
You can hold your bonus action, but we should be more on top of this season because we didn't. Using a held action or bonus action uses your reaction.
It's true.
Okay.
You can't use a held action / bonus action and then take a reaction because it uses your reaction to hold it.
Okay, so I won't hold one. I want an opportunity attack this turn.
Okay, yeah. There was a lot
When you
of
decide
there was a
you
lot
can
of power creep because I don't think we did that at all last campaign, and it let you guys do some pretty funky stuff. Scratch, you propel yourself forward like a cheetah with your powerful legs, pulling yourself rather than pushing yourself with your back legs, pulling yourself with your powerful front legs across the forest, closing the distance. You feel anger, red. You see Sleeves getting attacked. You're thinking about how this animal could become awakened, could gain higher intelligence and stay stupid and violent. And you attack, you slash out with your claws at the sister. She is badly fucked up, but she's not dead. Odessa and Higgs, would you like to use your held turns?
I think we got him.
I don't know, because
Yeah.
I think we got him.
I will say, so you've got, if you keep attacking, I won't, danger, right? You can for sure get one, and maybe even the other one if you all start laying in, focusing your attacks, but you're not free and clear right now. It doesn't feel free and clear in your chest.
we want to kill them. I think we want to threaten the sister. She's very badly hurt.
I would love to incapacitate
And just
this
leverage
sister.
it?
Yeah.
And say, we'll let you go. Tell us what you know, and we'll heal her. But I can't do anything. I guess
You will have to enter
I
the
can
fray
hold
to
the
do
gun, and Odessa can run up with dash action, and you have your reaction thingy where you can defend them.
The interception?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can run up.
Can I have the gun?
Should I give Higgs the gun?
I guess you should give him the gun, but make it clear that this is a special case. That will not be a regular thing.
I
Just-
guess.
I won't shoot yet. Just for more threatening stuff, I guess.
Right, but when we're done here, I get it back, and you can make a new practice gun
Sure.
for yourself.
Yeah, got it. I'll run up, bonus action dash, and I'll stay maybe about 15 feet away from the sister and point the gun at her.
Probably make like an intimidate check.
Yeah, Odessa, are you gonna run up?
Yeah, I run up.
So you both run up, Higgs staying a little bit behind. You pass the gun to Higgs before you go. What do you say?
So I look at Chops,
Mhm.
and I say, Chops,
This is while you're
Yeah.
in full stride,
Yeah.
yelling at him over the rush of the branches as everybody is pushing their way through the dense forest.
We don't want to kill you. You don't want to kill us. We can heal her. If you give us information, we'll let you go.
You see he yells over his shoulder.
Heal how?
He's got powers, like the angels.
Fucking idiot.
Take your turn.
Okay, I thought I don't want to kill her.
Shoot the other one.
Okay, yeah, I shoot brother chops.
Okay. You have to roll. I don't want to be mean here, but I think we discussed earlier, Higgs has never used a
True.
gun.
It's true.
This is a powerful handgun and it does a lot of damage.
Sure
It
does.
killed you. You're holding the weapon that killed you. You do have to make the attack with disadvantage and you don't get to add proficiency or anything like that. You can just add, say,
dex.
your dexterity. Yeah.
God,
But if you think about it, he's probably the most familiar with this gun out of everyone.
that's true. Yeah, it's the one that killed me. With disadvantage, huh? Even with advantage, it would have been an 11. So it's disadvantage.
With
is a 7.
disadvantage, it's a 7.
Just firing wildly.
You fire and the recoil from this hand cannon, the bullet flies off, lodges into a tree. You don't hit the mark. Odessa has no action to take for combat. You've used the gun. You've used your movement. Do you have anything else to do before we move on to their turn?
No.
Okay. The sister was just rearing back after saying a cutting remark at Sleeves and is going to take all 3 attacks on him for using her movement.
Can you separate the attacks into individual damage?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I think your reaction's only on one attack, right?
When a creature you see hits a target that is with an attack, you can use your reaction. Seems like it's just
Yeah, on one.
with an attack.
So the first attack that's coming for Sleeves is a claw attack. On a stride, as her paw comes up, she's slashing at the front of Sleeves. Would you like to use a reaction on this one?
Yep.
Okay. It does hit. All 3 attacks hit.
Oh my god. I must have said something wrong.
This is all your
So
fault.
You did this, Higgs.
the slashing from the claws that are coming up are going to do 16 slashing damage.
You dubious. I think is it a D10 or a D12?
Oh.
What?
That's 3.
So wait, you get a 0 on the die?
Yes.
That's a 10.
It is a 10.
It's literally a 10, yeah.
Why is it a 0?
I think
It's something
'cause
weird that
if you-
D&D dice do.
If you roll it with the one with the like the 10, 20, 31, then it counts as a 0 because it's like you're rolling for 100. So that's like the ones.
The
digit.
0 on the D10 is a 10, though.
Yeah.
That's the important part here.
13.
13.
Oh.
So
scared
what does
me.
this actual ability do so we know how to flavor it?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I imagine the pickaxe like stopped it like that. Yeah. You reduce the damage. You must be wielding a shield or a simple or martial weapon to use the reaction.
Odessa, you use your reaction to guard Sleeves' life as you aren't within stride to swing your pickaxe and do damage, but as her claw reaches back to hit him, you whip out your pickaxe, reach just to obfuscate, just to interact with her arm a little bit, pushing it just so the claws don't quite connect, and Sleeves, you only take 3 slashing damage.
Oh,
Wow, that's much better.
that's a leader.
The other 2 attacks are coming.
And I think after this round, if they start running away, we stop. We can't keep fighting them.
Probably not.
Sleeves is about to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of it, if he goes down, we could maybe like stabilize him.
Surely Phillip will let us shove good berries down his throat.
No, we did agree good berries will not bring you back from unconscious.
We could say please.
It's dangerous to lose your healer, and I've been giving you lots of red
Yeah,
flags about
it's true.
that.
He hasn't warned us once. He's going to add them in. If you
Yeah,
hear them,
he
it's
hasn't
because
warned
he
us
add them in
once.
post. He hasn't said one time anything about the fact that
He said,
it's only-
actually, these guys look pretty wimpy. You could
Yeah,
take
I
them."
hope he didn't cut that because he told us.
This is the same vein that happened sometime last season, or maybe it was in a one of our regular campaigns that Sometimes even though you can get into combat with somebody at this moment, doesn't mean that it's the right time to take the fight.
It was
Hate
me,
Baba
Phillip.
Saga.
It was me and the guys on the bridge where I died.
Yeah,
It was
even the
me.
5 assassins
Oh, I
It was
in our
me.
home game.
It
I thought it was
me when
Baba Saga.
I tried to tail them and I died.
Sleeves, the tail is striking into your side and it's seeking a rib to break. As it slams into your side with supernatural force, you take 21 bludgeoning damage.
This thing did way less damage last time.
Yeah.
It rolled very low last time.
Wait, how much health do you have?
2.
You're on 2
Oh.
health. Make the athletics check to not fall prone.
That's a nat 20.
You don't go prone.
And I block every other
Not only
attack
does he
after
not
that.
go prone, he gets a little bit of extra movement, right? Like a 10 feet movement for a
Yeah.
nat 20 dex save.
We're not doing that power creep to get out of this bad situation. You guys have to get yourselves out of this bad situation. You're putting yourselves in the bad situation. The second attack hit, so this probably cannot do killing damage to you, but on 2 health, you will go down.
Yeah. I block this at all.
Sleeves, on the second tail attack, as it impacts you, going for the head now, trying to knock you out, you take 17 bludgeoning damage. You feel such head pressure all of a sudden that it builds to a point where your ears start ringing and then you lose consciousness and you fall and skid across the forest floor. Sleeves is down.
No.
Chops still has his turn. Chops whips his head around, looking at you, Higgs, a couple dozen feet behind him out of the side of his eyes. He can't make eye contact while he's still running in full stride, but he sees Sleeves going down, sees him bleeding profusely, and can see the faint breath. He knows Sleeves isn't dead yet. And he whips his head back at you and he says,
I'll forgive your stupidity once, moron. Don't waste my kindness.
and he bounds with his sister as they bound ahead through the forest. She's trailing a little bit behind him because she did more. He doesn't use his attacks as they try to escape into the trees. Sleeves is down, unconscious. Everybody needs to decide if they're going to attempt to save his life, even though you have no medical supplies and no necessarily training in veterinary skills, or if you're going to keep going for them.
I'm going for Sleeves.
We need help. Sleeves. Does anyone know? Are there berries or
Everyone
like
stand back.
salves that we can make?
I'm
or-
a doctor.
Thank you. We needed a little bit of
We did.
lightning with that. Sounds like everybody's skidding to a stop to crowd around Sleeves' body as the bobcats weave and disappear into the underbrush in the distance.
Yeah, I don't know. Could one of us maybe make
Sleeves, you need to make your first death saving throw.
like a... Oh no.
This is an important feature because when you and your brother gained your powers, you were confused and it took a long time to understand everything about what was happening. And another little thing that you guys noticed is that even when you weren't using your powers to heal your brother or yourself from minor injuries, if something didn't seem that important, your body would start to heal itself faster than it used to. Resting would allow you to heal wounds, and taking hits that should kill you can't quite do it, and you have a chance to live despite your throat being cut, despite your bruises, despite you tumbling over the ground, taking a crazy amount of damage. So you're making death saving throws, which is not something that everybody makes.
Uh-huh.
So what you're saying is
I
the
wonder-
rest of us don't get death.
I wonder if you were
throws.
taking death saving, or would have taken death saving
I
throws.
don't think I would.
Well, you did get the long rest heal.
Yeah, which I only healed half.
So maybe you would have taken death saving throws if you didn't go down immediately to the assassin.
Because of
Oh yeah, because you're a special boy.
What was the
Who
first
likes
death
you?
saving throw?
It's a 3.
Does anyone want us to make a medicine check with disadvantage?
Everybody
even
can
though-
take an action. One person could take a medicine check with a help action from somebody else. You can use your foraging, Odessa. There's lots of things that could be done here, but you can see Sleeves gurgling with blood in his throat. It looks like that last hit to the head may have caused some kind of fracture, and there's some bleeding coming out of his nasal cavity or something or other.
I don't really have much experience with people getting hurt really in the newspaper industry. Does anyone? Can anyone help?
Oh, I got +6.
Oh wait,
That's true.
Okay, I guess you're making the check for sure.
Scratch, you're a fox. Could you maybe help her out and guide her hand?
I think I'm actually just going to like curl up around Sleeves and like get under him a little bit so he's not against the floor of the forest.
Keep him warm.
Keep him warm.
It's
important.
Higgs, why don't you be the one to provide help to Odessa on her medicine check? And Scratch will be providing Sleeves the help action on his next death saving throw.
Okay, yeah, Odessa, just tell me what to do. I could be your assistant.
Okay. Scalpel. With
Sure.
the stick right there.
Oh, the stick, right? Yeah, here you go.
Thank you.
Just don't drop a stick into me.
There, I got some leaves too for some bandage.
We just need to rip off a bit of trench coat. It's just
Oh yeah. I try to rip off one of the inside pockets. I like try to tear it off.
You tear off an inside pocket, ripping the threads away, and you hand a little bit of cloth and maybe some leaves or some balm or something to Odessa. Odessa, you have the ability to find various things very quickly, foraging around, maybe something to help bind the wound, help keep the wound closed, just stop the bleeding. Make a medicine check with advantage. The DC for these is just 13.
That's doable.
12.
It's with the +6.
Mhm.
You see blood seeping its way through
A bigger bandage.
Higgs's jacket. Sleeves, you need to make your second death saving throw. You get to do so with advantage from your brother.
Hot dog.
no, it's a dying fox.
That is a 19.
Okay.
In your fleeting moments, as you're drifting in and out of consciousness, again, just instants, but are dragging out long for you, you feel warmth, and you get a feeling like when you were in your den maybe as kids and you and your brother would curl up together when it was an extra cold night.
Any dreams? Any roots reaching for the stars?
No strange dreams, just like
We can have a little consuming the stars as
You've
a
never
treat.
had a strange dream. Odessa, make your second medicine check, still with a help action, as you're directing Higgs on what to grab you from close by plants growing out of the side of the tree, or maybe some moss or something.
Yeah, this time I'm trying to like tear off my sleeves and basically make it now a short sleeve trench coat.
You're giving her so much bandage. It may be a little too much bandage, but you fully ripped off your sleeves. Your trench coat is covered in holes, missing pockets, sleeveless.
Tank top trench coat.
Tank top trench coat.
Not quite tank top yet, but there's a chance.
We're working on it.
18.
You apply pressure to the wounds, stopping the bleeding. You open up Sleeves' mouth and see where the damage is and where you need to apply certain balms or where you need to stuff his mouth with leaves to try to at least not have the blood choke him. And you stabilize Sleeves. He's still unconscious. You can see his breathing normalizes as the blood stops clogging his airway, and he rests breathing softly on the forest floor, to all of you standing around. And that's all for this episode of Fire and Smoke, Blight and Bloom. If you want to keep up with all things Fire and Smoke, you can follow me on my personal Dungeons & Dragons TikTok, at WitchDumphy, WHICHDUNPHY. If you're enjoying the show so far, please make sure to leave us a rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or however you listen to the show. It really helps us out, and we just really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say before the end of the episode?
I can't believe you tricked us into fighting them.
Yeah, why would
That's
you?
just so mean of you.
You kept telling us how easy it was going to be. And
You said Sleeves is the healer. You guys are fine.
yeah. And you said there's only 2 of them.
You were planning to kill Sleeves all along.
I
There was
can't
that time-
believe.
I have hate in my heart for Sleeves.
I just can't believe he was so dumb and then he had a good idea for once.
I was going to stay true and not have them make some bogus insight check about seeing that Sleeves is the healer. But if you brought that up and I thought, heal them how? And so I said, heal us how? And then you told them, heal us how? And they said, oh, the healer. Like the angels that they clearly
That's
know.
the one thing they understand is the angels.
I tried to put up so many red flags so
You know what?
you guys wouldn't be mad at me if the worst happened, because
what?
I really was just trying to have them run away.
Phillip, we made it out.
Yeah, we made
No
Yeah.
harm.
lesson
no
learned.
foul.
We can take on anything. This
Lesson
isn't second
learned.
edition, guys.
Lesson learned. Insight checks from now on.
I should have just killed them. They would have killed me before you guys got there.
I like
100% they would.
I like doing some like non-5e mechanics sometimes where it's like if you're standing over Chops, like ready to strike at her throat with your, powerful bite, you can do like, even if you're not an assassin, you can do like way extra damage for like an assassin blow or like a killing blow or something.
That's hard to do in 5e.
Yeah, but it's like when you get into those story dynamics about like how things are precariously set up, there's no way that like you just like bite down and do, oh, I rolled low, I did only 4 damage, right? That would suck.
Yeah.
You are ready to kill Chops.
Uh-huh.
And so you should be able to kill her. But you let her get up. You let them stand in the group huddle.
I thought it'd be so great. And
I
so
really thought we
funny if
convinced
did
them to
that.
join the furries, and then it was
Yeah,
like a
we were
fun
just so
time.
excited
we
with
were gonna
his
hear his
energy.
great ideas.
Hey, little lesson about real life. Even if people are pretty dumb, you can't deprogram them that easily.
You know what?
Some
That's
people
true.
get pretty stuck in whatever they're indoctrinated into. It's a little difficult to turn that on a dime.
So
even if
it's
they're
a cult confirmed.
even if they're
You said
no, I had a Chops moment.
It has to be a cult.
It's a cult.
Come on,
already
the
called it.
cloaks.
You already called it.
Yeah.
They got a different cloak from somebody else.
Yeah, they have matching. Anyone who has matching cloaks that go all the way down to the ground and cover your face so much that you can't tell it's a bobcat, not a person, it's a cult.
See y'all next episode.
Slate
Cut.